Hey, it's Andrew Helmich here from PhotoBizX. I had a coaching call with a photographer by the name of Jan yesterday. She predominantly shoots glamour photography. Her average sale is $1,800 and she was in a bit of a bind because she has one lead generation source which has been working extremely well, but it's dropped off over the last year or two. And her number of shoots per week has steadily declined. And she's now at a point where she's worried, and before we dived into fixing the issue, we talked about, well, she shared some of the things that she's going through and thinking about, the fact that she is over 50. She thinks, and she told me that she should be earning a lot more money than what she is now. She should be getting ready for retirement. Not that she's ready yet. She said she still loves photography, but she wants to be making more money than what she is now. So the plan was to try and find a solution. I guess there's not just one simple easy fix, but I guess the easiest approach, as far as I'm concerned, as a coach, is to find a solution that's going to get quick results now and then put in place some other things that are going to be longer term. So talking to Jan, we talked all about the things that she's going through, the kind of shoots that she wants to be doing, how much money she was making compared to how much she is now, how much she wants to be making. And when it all came down to it, the number one thing that she wanted out of her business was to be making more money. That's the end goal. So once I knew that, and once we both had that out on the table, it was pretty easy to start diagnosing the issue and also come up with a solution. Now, as far as business is concerned, for a photographer, there's only really three parts that matter. You need to have leads coming in, you need to be able to convert those leads into shoots, and you need to make sales. Now, Jan has the sales side down pat. Her sales averages $1,800. They haven't dropped. They're staying steady. So she has that part all sorted, and she's happy with what she's making as far as the sales from the clients that she's got. I'm not saying that's where she should stop, but she's happy and she has that system in place. In addition to that, she knows how to convert the leads that she's getting. So her lead source is bringing in leads via a free shoot or cheap shoot offer, and she has no trouble converting those leads into bookings and then going on to make $1,800 average sales with those clients. So that part of the business is really good. So the only other aspect she has to really work on is getting more leads into the funnel. Now, that's not really the total story, or not the end of the story, because if she wants to make more money, which is the end goal, there's a couple of different things we could do. We could increase the number of shoots that she brings in, or we could look at her price list and the products that she's offering to look at ways to increase her average sale. So that were really the two main things. More leads, increase the average sale that she's making. She told me that she's comfortable with the sales that she's getting. So I thought, okay, let's leave that now, because that looks like it's a bit of a sticking point. She's not going to feel comfortable by increasing her prices or bringing in more products at this stage. So let's go for the easy fix, the fast fix, and that's going to be more leads. She has more time to do more shoots, so let's bring in more people into the top of the funnel so she can start converting those and getting more shoots. Plus, that was the real easy solution because she's so good at the other parts already. They are down pat. So instead of trying to come up with a brand new marketing idea for Jan that she has to implement quickly, go and learn and try and adjust and get in place and working effectively, I asked, what has she done in the past that did work? Funnily enough, it was a Facebook ad that she ran a couple of years ago. I asked her about that ad. She said, it worked great. I just followed what we talked about on the podcast and inside the Facebook ads course. I booked a bunch of people, got great sales. I went, okay, let's go and resurrect that old ad and run it again. It's so simple. So now Jan is in the process of doing that today. So hopefully I'll be able to come back and update you on how that's all working. But that was a super easy fix for Jan. The next big thing, well, actually before I go on, if you want to know more about Facebook ads, go on and have a listen to the episode with Bernie Griffiths. It's photobizx.com/136. You will love what you hear from Bernie. I implemented the Facebook ad strategy that he talks about in that interview live while we did the interview, and I booked 23 portrait sessions after that one ad. And I didn't even know what I was doing back then. Since then, we've gotten so much better at it. So photobizx.com/136. That's what Jan's going to be doing in her business today, running that Facebook ad for new clients, more leads. Now, that was a short-term quick fix. It's hard to say. That was a short-term quick fix for Jan to get her excited, enthusiastic, and more leads through the door, and then we can start to work on things from there. The other big issue, which you've probably guessed, is that she only has one lead source. You can't run a business like that, not a successful business long term. Things change and leads dry up if you're relying on one lead source for your business, for your livelihood. It's just not a smart way to be working. You should really have multiple lead generation sources running all the time. The best photographers will have up to 7 lead generation sources running all the time. While I think of it, if you want some inspiration and some ideas about those different strategies and ideas from a photographer who's doing that, who's on track to do $1 million on her own as a sole shooter, go back and have a listen to the interview with Kate Buchner. I'll add a link to that under this video or on this video somewhere, so you can go back and check that one out. But Kate always has up to 7 marketing strategies running at a single time. So with Jan, back to her and solving her problems long term. When I say problems in regard to her photography business, she needs to set up a marketing calendar so she knows what she's doing each day, because she told me what's happening is she comes into her studio in the morning and she answers a few emails, she makes a couple of phone calls, she does some accounts. Like she just, there's no structure at all. She'll do a shoot, then she works on those photos. There's no real structure to her day. She doesn't know where the next leads are coming from. So I suggested you need to get a marketing calendar in place. And that's imperative. This is super simple to do. And the best interview I've had on this subject, on this topic, is with photography business coach Mark Rossetto. His advice is to get a calendar, a whiteboard calendar from Officeworks if you're based in Australia. I'm sure there are other office supply stores wherever you're based, wherever you are watching this video from. I'm not going to go into that here in detail. Mark explains this perfectly in the interview I did with him recently. I'll link to that in the show notes as well, or when I say the show notes, in the comments or on this video somewhere. Have a listen to that interview if you're struggling with multiple lead generation sources, and if you're waking up each day and you just don't know what marketing you should be doing, what marketing is coming up, where your potential leads and future leads are going to be coming from, you need to have a marketing calendar in place. And Mark explains exactly how to do that in that interview. All right, I'll keep you posted on how Jan's going. I can say that she left that conversation, that phone call, full of beans. She was excited. She's looking forward to today, next week, and the future. And she really feels like she's walked away with some direction. And that's what it's all about. If you have direction, you have commitment, and you have enthusiasm, and what you're going to be implementing is tried and tested, there's no reason why you can't succeed with this. All right, it's Andrew Helmich here from PhotoBizX. I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.